Hi, I'm Jessica Taylor from InkItUpWithJessica.com, and in this video, I'm going to give you some tips for easy coloring with blender pens. Blender pens are great because they have a really fine tip for coloring in detailed images, and they have a controlled wetness to them, so you won't make a watery mess. Tip number one is to stamp your image in a permanent black ink like the Jet Black StazOn pad. This won't smear when you color with the blender pen. I've chosen a stamp from the Dragonfly Garden stamp set from Stampin' Up! And because it's a larger stamp, I'm just going to gently tap my ink pad on top of it instead of picking up the stamp. Once I have that nice and inked up, I'll just stamp it on my basic white cardstock. And there's a nice image for coloring in. You will want to clean the StazOn off of your stamp right away, and I like to use the StazOn cleaner. You can just rub it over, and it looks like it sometimes makes kind of a mess, but I just rub it over there, and then I take a tissue and dab it to get most of the black ink off. I also do the same thing on the top of my StazOn cleaner so that it's clean for the next time that I want to use it. And then I just finished cleaning it by wiping it off on a wet Simply Chamois. Tip number two is to use ink pads to get your colors. So what you'll want to do is take your ink pad and just gently squeeze down the cover so that when you open it up, there will be some ink pooled there. This is what I'm going to use with my blender pen. This is a really detailed image, and that's going to make it easy to get into all those little details with the blender pen because it has a very fine point. It also has a controlled wetness, so I'm not going to make a mess. So I'm just going to rub my blender pen right in the ink here to pick some of that up. And then I'll use that to color my flower. I'm going to use the pink in the center of these daisies. And then also to just add a little color to these other little flowers. So you'd want to just add more ink as you need it. When you are ready to switch colors, you're just going to want to run your ink pad clear. I usually do this on scratch paper, but I just wanted to have one piece to show you. And then once it's clear, you can move to your next color. So then I would take my next ink pad, squeeze down the lid to make sure that there is ink pooled in the cover. And there it is. So then again, I'll just pick that up with my blender pen and use it to color in. And I'm just adding more ink as I need it. Remember that you can always add more color, but you can't take it away. So you want to always start lighter, and then you can come back with a second kind of go through if you want to add a little bit more color to highlight certain parts of your flower. Then again, I would clean it off on scratch paper and go to my next color. Squeeze the lid and see that didn't get any ink in there. So I'm going to close it again and make sure that I really squeeze it down. There we go. And then I'll just pick some of that up with my blender pen. And this time I'll go over the leaves. Again, I want to start lighter so that I can come back and maybe add a little more to get it darker along the vein of the leaves. If you are really good at coloring, then you can do a lot with shading with the blender pens. I am not a huge fan of coloring, so I like to make mine just quick and easy. You can also go like along the stem like that. And I'm not going to color in this whole image because that would take a long time, but I think that you get the gist. And again, when I'm done, I would just make sure that it runs clear before I put the cap on and put my blender pen away. So I hope that this video has shown you how easy it is to color in an image with a blender pen and your ink pads. Blender pens do come 3 to a pack, and I'll put the link in the description below if you'd like to get some. Thank you so much for watching, and happy stamping.